All right, so we're gonna look at the amount of lashes on our client. Go ahead and look up a little bit. And the direction in which the lashes, go ahead and close. The direction in which the lashes actually grow out. So some lashes, go ahead and look straight forward, and Kendra's kind of grow down just a little bit and then kind of come up. And then you'll have clients that'll have more straight lashes and also some that curl up. So you'll want to take note of that. Go ahead and close. So when you flip the lid up, you'll actually want to expose the lash line, but you might be tattooing a little bit higher in the lash line due to the fact of lashes growing down just a little bit. When she's looking straight forward, you might not see the pigment if it's gonna sit really low on the lash line. And go ahead and open. And we wanna look at the thickness of the lashes, meaning the width from top to bottom. Go ahead and close. And you have a ton. So I would say there's at least 5, maybe 6 rows of lashes here. I'll rotate this way a little bit. And you just want to take note of that. There will be clients that have maybe only 1 or 2 rows. Whenever you're looking at the eyes, there's a gray line. Kendra has a really good one that you can see. Just below the lashes, that is the waterline. And there's one on the lower lid as well, just on the inside here. And it's gray in tone. That's a waterline, and that is tear ducts. You don't want to tattoo that. Go ahead and close your eyes. You don't want to tattoo that area because the tear ducts can close up due to tattooing creating minor scarring, and you'll create chronic dry eye for your client. So we avoid tattooing the waterline, and we stick within the lashes or above for advanced techniques for thicker or more smoky eyeliner. So what we're gonna go over right now is how to stretch the eye. I tell my clients that the eye for most part is going to be closed during the service, but whenever I'm working, I stretch the eye really, really tight, and I flip the lid just a tiny little bit. When I'm flipping the lid, it exposes everything, but it can allow a little bit of light to go inside of the lash line there, a little peek through, and it kind of freaks people out. So you want to make sure that you tell them step by step. Like, I'm going to start on your right side, I'm going to stretch your eye really tight, and I'm going to flip the eyelid up. So this is a pretty standard stretch. You can use your 2 fingers like this, expose the lash line in that manner. I prefer the thumb straight towards the ear, back like that, so you get a really nice tight surface. And then your finger, I'm not pressing super hard down, I'm just kind of moving it towards the brow so you can expose all of that lash line. And then for this side, it's the same concept. You're just going to be working from the same side. Rotate this way a little bit. You're going to take your either index or your middle finger, and you're going to slide it from the corner of the eye towards the ear and see how you get that flat surface, and then use your thumb to pull up towards the brow. And that's where you start to expose it and pretend that this is the needle, and you would work in a circular fashion going through all of those lashes. And then when you get to here, you would sort of stipple. So you want to be very careful on the inner and outer corners. The outer, we would stop just a little short of those couple of lashes here and maybe do a little baby wing or fade it out gently. You would discuss that with your client, of course. And then in here, it gets super sensitive when you start to get more into the center of the eye, close to the inner canthus. So you want to do a little stipple motion. You can do light reciprocal motion where you're going little tiny etches, but you just want to be extremely careful. And then you can move with your machine this way in little circles or this way in little circles. What's kind of difficult for tattooing eyeliner is that you're working against the body's anatomy. The eye will start to swell a little bit. It will actually start to fill with a little bit of fluid. So if you're not working with intention, your eye will eventually not take any more pigment. So you want to make sure that your hand pressure, your speed in which you're working, and that you have multiple techniques to work with to get the pigment in. I had a mentor describe the root of the lashes similar to tattooing gristle, because the root of the lashes are pretty dense and you're wanting to get the machine and needle. Usually I try to use like a shader, a round shader, so that you're creating this kind of a look and movement in the lash line. But you can use an actual liner, which is totally fine for perfecting even like the edges of your work to make it a really good tight line. That's it for stretching today and how to evaluate the eye.